Last week I said that we were playing at Addison. Turns out there was a correction and we were playing at Butler, where we won today 40-6 to improve to 2-1. Coach, that was a dominating performance.
It was. I think the one thing that we did from last week, or that we didn't do from last week that we did this week, is that we started off focused and ready and enthused to play. Whereas last week, the first half, and the week before the first half, we weren't really ready to play mentally, we weren't ready physically, and it took us a whole half to get into the ball game. And of course, against a good team like Madison Academy, you can't do that. And as you see, 20-0 in the first half, there was a difference here. 14-0. Now the momentum's on our side. Now we go on to the second half. And as our theory is we're not worried about the score, we're worried about what we can do. And we got to go out there. It doesn't matter if the score is 50-0 on our side or 50-0 on their side. We go out, continue to play, continue to get better.
What did you need to recover from that learning lesson from last week that you had to play this week?
Well, I definitely think that's one of the things we look back as a coaching staff. We say, well, how do we get these guys more prepared? You know, what do we do wrong? What are we doing that's not preparing these guys? Because usually it's not their fault. I would say 99% of the time it's something the coach hasn't done, or that we haven't focused on, or that we haven't taught. As long as those guys bring the effort and determination, that's the easy part. Then it becomes easier for us as coaches, and that's what we preach on. We can't be out there, we can't be enthusiastic for them. We can't teach them to play 100% of the time. And that's what they did tonight. I think that was the difference.
Talk about your defense, which had 4 interceptions, 2 were returned for a touchdown.
It was incredible. And that's one of the things we preach on this defense is that it's a simple defense. We don't run a lot of blitzes, and it's a 4-3 cover 2, which is 2 deep. And we just tell our safeties, the first thing you think when the play is run is pass. The second thing you think is pass. And the third thing you think is pass. And they sat back, and our front 7, along with the defensive line, those guys were rushing, putting pressure on the quarterback, making him make throws in a hurry. Our DBs were reading it, simply going to the football, going to the places. It's simple. Our defense is simple assignment football and responsibility. Know your assignment, know your responsibility, and play with effort. And I think that's what those guys did tonight. And it resulted in some good plays. Good things happen to football teams when they're playing with enthusiasm and playing with effort.
So speaking of effort, was this the team effort you wanted to see?
This is definitely the team effort we wanted to see. As coaches, we always talk about that constantly, over and over again. Know your assignments, know what you do. With our team, there's 22 out of the 30 players, or 23 out of the 30 players that have never played football, ever. And these guys are quick learners, they're sharp, they're enthusiastic, they're very coachable, and sitting on this side of the fence as a coach, that's what you love to see. A kid that wants to learn, a young man that plays with enthusiasm and plays with effort, and the rest comes easy.
You said Butler was your alma mater high school. Describe the feeling going up against your alma mater.
It was kind of neat to come back here because this is also their practice field. This is the very practice field that we practiced on. And, just looking around, you can see all the memories, and it was a lot of fun, actually. In fact, their head coach, Dean Sanders, the varsity head coach, was 2 or 3 years older than us at the time when we were here, so he was the big dog on campus. But I loved it. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to be back here. Things really, they've changed a little bit, but not much. The more they change, the more they stay the same. But it was nice being back and being on the same field that you played 4 years of high school football.
Next week you have to go at a rematch, this time at Ardmore. What are your expectations?
I expect they're going to be a little bit more prepared, a little bit more ready. I think they were kind of shocked at how prepared our team was. But then again, you got to look at how we're going to do. Every game we've gotten better, and I think we'll do the same. I think our ability to improve will be a lot better than teams that have been around for years, just for the fact that they haven't played football. A lot of these guys have never played football. Everything is a new experience to them, from a different field to a different team, or even as playing the same team again. They've never played the same team twice. So everything to them is new. And we haven't set our expectations quite yet. We're getting better every time, and looking forward to playing Ardmore again.
Once again, Pope John Paul II beats Butler 40-6. Coach, thanks.
Thanks. Good job. I appreciate it.